Hey guys! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Gwen Salmorin. Yes, and no more hiding because I changed my name now from the Millennial Breadwinner's Journey with Gwen Salmorin to just me. So, it's been a change, but let's align all our social media accounts. So, that's the update. And this video, I really am excited to do this dahil it's one of the things that I'm going through right now. Yeah. So, na-experience yun na rin ba na you are going through life's changes? And ako personally, I have different expectations of how changes in my life will go. And the not so good thing about it is that I have sometimes those expectations, of course, hindi naman lahat yung nagmamaterialize. And sometimes, it spoils the process for me. And nagro-rabbit hole ako into doing something that I don't like. So, this video is inspired dahil I just got out from a mentoring session with one of my mentees. And the question niya sa akin is, how will I get from a 7 in my life going to a 10? So, ibig sabihin, there is a change that needs to undergo, para makarating siya from a 7 to a 10. And ako, personally, I also have gone through a lot in that process na I am not where I want to be, but there is some place I want to be. However, in between, I have these expectations on how it will go. Expectations on how I will react. Expectations on how long the process would be. And expectations on how people will also see the change. So, and in my life, one of the things then that I have, parang talagang I struggled with is all about my self-worth. So, before talaga, kailangan ko din na laging vina-validate ng iba, kailangan ko lagi ng affirmation ng iba for me to realize of what are the things that I have done in my life. So, kumbaga, kailangan merong recognition part. Yan. Para masabi ko na I did a great job. Kung walang recognition part, kung walang awards, kung walang medals, kung hindi nabanggit yung pangalan ko, parang hindi siya nangyari. So, that was my before. And, of course, habang as I grow old, nakita ko na sobrang unhealthy pala nun. Because, number 1, I'm being unfair to myself, even for all the efforts that I have done. And number 2, there won't always be a recognition process or recognition part in all of the things that I will achieve in my life. Kasi minsan ako lang mag-isa, minsan may kasama ako. So, paano naman yung mga things na moments na wala akong kasama na ako lang nakita nung ginawa ko? Diba? So, from that perspective, I want to achieve a better version of myself in which I don't need validation from others to appreciate myself. So, yun yung before and yun yung after. So, now, I want to talk about the process, when we're having those change or what I would like to call reframing of the mind. I want to highlight 3 facts, in this process na you will undergo or you will notice when you want to change something in your life. Una, whatever you are experiencing in your life right now or whatever your mindset is or the way you respond to something is actually coming from your childhood. Na-condition siya with your environment, with your parents, the media, the social expectations. Na in my example, for me, the expectation was pag may nagawa akong tama, dapat may recognition from other people. So, nangyari na yon, and ang gusto kong pinaki-highlight doon is it's already in the past and wala na tayong magagawa. What matters now is how are we going to move forward even with that conditioning. And how are we going to move forward para marating natin yung gusto nating place na reframed. And for me, in myself, no, na hindi na nga seeking validation from other people. So, ganun siya. Una, acceptance na ganun na, nangyari na siya. And ang titingnan mo na lang is how will I move forward with that, even that, no? And then, pangalawa, na kailangan natin i-keep in mind when we're going through the change process is number 2, all we have during, ang sure na kasama natin during the change process is ourselves. So, I want, during that process, no, during changes or processes in our lives, napakaganda na tingnan how we are treating ourselves in those change, no, in those time frame na nangyayari yung change. Kasi I really see na for me, no, I don't give so much grace for myself during those time. So, kaya nga, tingnan din natin, no, how are we responding, how we are treating ourselves during that period of time. And sabi ko nga kanina sa menti ko, no, madalas for me, I am being my number 1 enemy. But what I always ask with myself if dumadating ako sa mga ganong phase is, how can I be better at treating myself? And like ko inisip, sino yung tao na pinaka-tinitreat ko ng maayos? For example, no, if you said it is your friend, so what if kaya I treat myself as a friend during this process? How will that look like? How will I experience a better version of myself? And all in all, no, in my experience, I become a friend of myself. So, I become my number 1 cheerleader, my number 1 supporter, diba? My number 1 comforter din pag hindi nangyayari yung mga in-expect ko during that process. So, again, number 1, no, how are we, number 2, how we are treating ourselves during the process. And number 1 nga, yung paano natin, na nangyari na yung mga dapat mangyari or nangyari na yung nangyari, wala na tayong magagawa doon. And then number 3 is when going through the process of changes or changes in our life, always keep in mind that you should always respond by playing the infinite game. So ano ba infinite game? Di ba yun yung thought from Simon Sinek na focus on the focus on the long game rather than the short game. What I mean is, what I got from that or what I understood about it is, make sure that whatever decisions that you are making is still aligned with your values, is still aligned with your non-negotiables, and still aligned with your why. On why you are on your why, di ba? Bakit ka nag-undergo in that process? And why did you allow yourself na to go through that process? Kasi a lot of things can be like parang mawala or misconstrued along the way. Kasi nga, change can be challenging, can be painful. So, it's really important that we know and anchor ano yung mga tatlong bagay na yun, which is our non-negotiables, our why, and our values. So, I hope to every one of us, including me, who is undergoing through a lot of changes right now, that we keep on reminding about these 3 things. Na yes, changes are happening right now, but whatever happened in the past, it's already done. What we can focus on is now and the future. Number 2, always have grace with ourselves because change is hard, right? So, be our number 1 supporter and cheerleader. Number 3, always play the infinite game. Always get back to your non-negotiables, your why, and your values. So, I hope this video helped you in one way or another. And I really like this kind of video, guys. So, I hope I will create more videos like this and I will add more value to you. So if you have any more suggestions of ano yung mga gusto nyo pang ichika natin dyan, so let me know lang in the comment section below. Thank you!